It's been said that necessity is the mother of all invention. And what is the mother of this? All right, there's my propane tank. Using that to control propane flow instead of the needle valve. I'm just going to use the tank valve. And there's the air horn. Now, flaming propane horn. Well, how'd you like that? I personally think that was pretty cool. Just to give you an idea how I built this thing. Currently, this one just has a metal cone added to the outside of it. It's partially just to help with flame resistance, because I thought the plastic would melt really easy, but it actually seems to be very melt resistant plastic, oddly enough. Where you start, you get yourself one of these. You can just thread these off. These threads here in the bottom, actually I think this horn is different threads than the one that I used. There might be a couple different variations, but they all look similar to this. The one that I used down there, it's 27 threads per inch, 7/16. I did actually measure the threads, the female threads of this one, and I believe it's actually 28 threads per inch, but I couldn't find anything 28. The closest I could find was that 27, like I say, and it was a button head grease fitting adapter. It goes from 7/16, 27 threads per inch to 1/8 NPT, and then from 1/8 NPT I just adapted out to 3/8, and then 3/8 fit right onto this needle valve, which conveniently was already attached to this hose and regulator. I just took it off of an old Tiger torch. Attach that to your propane bottle, and well, obviously I've added a pile of electrical tape. It originally started with just being a way to keep this cone on there, but one thing you'll find is that the way that these horns are designed, they do leak actually quite a bit. Normally when you're using it as an air horn, not a big deal. It leaks a little bit out, still makes a sound. But if you're trying to make a flaming propane air horn, propane leaks are not the greatest thing in the world, as you can imagine. I did actually make a smaller handheld horn. Maybe I'll include the clip. But as soon as I lit it on fire, it basically immediately engulfed my hands in flames and burnt some of my hair off. So yeah, I would suggest coming up with some sort of a way of sealing it all up. I think the reason why it's sort of hard to seal, you can see the back here where the diaphragm goes. There is no inherent seal. It's all just threads. There's no O-rings or nothing. You probably could fit an O-ring in there, but I just quickly threw a bit of tape over. I know someone's probably going to say, well, you probably should fit an O-ring in there. And you're probably right. I probably should fit an O-ring in there, but I didn't. The other place that you're inherently going to get a leak, this little, I don't know if you can see, that metal rod, what that does is when you go to sound the horn, you push down here. That's what pushes down on the valve on the can itself. Or you could just remove this altogether, but if you do, it leaves a gigantic hole. So I left it in the horn that I converted to run off propane, but you kind of want to jam something in here to prevent a bit of leaks. I know it sounds kind of hacky, but I literally just chewed up a wad of gum, put it in there, taped over it. Seems to work pretty decent. When I just ran it, there's virtually no leaks on this one. It was my handheld one that I haven't really made any attempt to seal that's riddled with leaks. And there you have it. Do not try this at home. But if you do, be very, very safe, because I think it goes without saying that this can be extremely dangerous if you're not taking the necessary precautions. Hope you enjoyed. 100% non-flammable. Hey.